This behind one of the Manchester wood Mount Equinox on that side, and into.
I was born in Reading, Vermont.
By gunsmith John Dowd in Goshen, Connecticut. So he died in March. When he buried. And luckily.
Good evening. My name is Miss Clara Hemenway. I was born and raised here in Manchester, Vermont, and I graduated from Burton Seminary. That's before it became Burton Academy, but that's another story. I graduated from Middlebury College with a science degree in biology, and I came back to Burton to teach history and science. Now, Peggy Beckwith was the granddaughter of Robert Todd Lincoln. She was a good friend of mine. And in 1932, she acquired 60 acres of land and a 7-acre pond known as Bullhead Pond. It's just north of town. She had a small cottage and a barn built on it by a local builder. It's still there today. You can go up and see it. It's under the auspices of the Vermont Fish and Game. Well, about 6 years later, she inherited the mansion, Hildene, from her grandfather, and I bought the Bullhead Pond property. I made a few structural changes. Aunt Clara and I moved in, and I had it in my head to raise Angora rabbits. We also had chickens and pigs, and I named it Walili Farm because my grandfather, who's over there, was a missionary in Hawaii. I could get 1.5 pounds of fur a year from each one of those rabbits, and they didn't have to die. We had the fur dyed and spun, sold most of the yarn to Canada, but had a whole group of ladies who used to make it into knitted goods so we could sell it in our gift barn. Well, you know about rabbits. 15 turned into 40. And before I knew it, I was shipping breeding stock to every state in the Union and some foreign lands as well. After 12 years, it got to be a bit much. Aunt Clara passed on. She's over there. And Peggy bought the property back from me. I went to work for the Orvis Company. In 1969, I was elected town clerk of Manchester. It was mostly keeping records, issuing licenses, dog, fishing, hunting, marriage. I also helped attorneys with their land searches and answered dozens of phone calls. We didn't have email then, you know. They were mostly complaints about town policies and board decisions. I don't know why they called me. I don't know anything. Well, after 18 years, I retired to my home on Barnumville Road, and I enjoyed my retirement until my death in 1992 at the age of 80, when they laid me here to rest.